I allowed my wife to miss her flight after she ignored the boarding call. We arrived at the airport 3 hours early because my wife Kendra insisted there was no way we could risk being late for her sister's wedding in Miami. The entire drive there, she lectured me about punctuality, about how I always cut things too close, about how she needed a partner who took timing seriously. I didn't argue. I just kept driving. We cleared security with 2.5 hours to spare. Almost immediately, Kendra spotted a luxury store near our gate. I need to find a gift for Laura, she said. Something special. I reminded her that we had already bought a $400 blender from the registry. She rolled her eyes. That's from both of us. This is from me, her sister. Then she disappeared into the store. I stayed at the gate and opened my laptop to catch up on work emails. 30 minutes passed, then an hour. I texted her, Gate B7, don't forget. She replied with a thumbs up. Boarding began at 11:15 a.m. I watched as they called Group 1, then Group 2. I texted Kendra again. They're boarding. No response. Group 3 was called. I tried calling her. Straight to voicemail. So I walked over to the store and found her standing at the jewelry counter trying on bracelets. They're boarding, I said. She barely glanced at me. I heard you. I'm almost done. I looked at the counter. 6 bracelets were already laid out in front of her, and she was asking to see a 7th. The sales associate was explaining the difference between 14K and 18K gold. I told her we needed to go. She waved me off like I was a child interrupting an adult conversation. 5 more minutes. I walked back to the gate. They made the announcement for final boarding. I watched the gate agent scanning the last few passengers. I called Kendra again. Final boarding, I told her when she answered. They're literally closing the door. I'm coming, she said, clearly annoyed. Stop panicking. But she wasn't coming. From the gate, I could still see the entrance of the store. She was standing at the counter, still trying on bracelets. The sales associate was now wrapping something in tissue paper. Then the gate agent made the final announcement. Last call for passengers, Benson. Please proceed immediately to gate B7. Kendra still didn't appear. The gate agent looked at me. Sir, are you traveling with someone? That was the moment I had to decide. I could have asked the gate agent to wait. I could have run back to the store and dragged Kendra out. I could have begged for 2 more minutes. Instead, I said, no, just me. She scanned my boarding pass. I walked down the jetway, and the door closed behind me. I found my seat and turned my phone to airplane mode. I didn't text Kendra. I didn't call her. I just sat there and waited for takeoff. 3 hours later, when we landed in Miami, I turned my phone back on. There were 47 missed calls and 23 texts, each one angrier than the last. You left me. How could you do this? I'm your wife. I finally called her back from the rental car lot. She started screaming before I could even say hello. I had to book a flight for tomorrow, she yelled. Tomorrow? I said. I'm missing the rehearsal dinner because of you. I stayed quiet for a moment before asking, how much was the bracelet? What? The bracelet you were buying while they closed the gate. How much was it? That's not the point, she stammered. You abandoned me. I repeated my question. How much? $2,800. She finally admitted. But that's not. I cut her off. You spent $2,800 on a bracelet for your sister's wedding gift while ignoring 4 texts and 2 phone calls about final boarding. While I sat at the gate watching the door close and I'm the bad guy, there was silence. Since Kendra wasn't with me, her sister Laura ended up picking me up from the airport. During the drive, she asked why Kendra hadn't arrived with me. So I told her the truth. The whole story. Every text, every call, it went to voicemail. The bracelet. The 5 more minutes. Laura stayed quiet for a long time. Then she said she had done the exact same thing at my college graduation, missed the ceremony because she was out shopping for the perfect congratulations outfit. I didn't know what to say. Kendra flew in the next day and walked into the rehearsal dinner as if nothing had happened. She handed Laura the jewelry box with a big smile. I got you something special, she announced. Laura looked at the bracelet. Then she looked at me. Then back at her sister. Thanks, Kendra, she said quietly. But I think the real gift was finally seeing who you are. Kendra's face went completely white. The rehearsal dinner fell silent, and in that moment I realized my wife had missed more than just a flight.